we have a great show for you this week. It's all about salt. So we're going to get a little salty. How is that, you ask? What about salt? Well, salt has been in our lives and it's a kitchen staple, right? But it also has other properties that, make some of them or some types of salt very, very expensive and have to be imported to the US. So we're going to be covering different types of rare salts and how expensive they are, from Kenya all the way to the Philippines. So stay tuned for that. Next, we are going to discuss the stone that I love, and I'm sure you're going to love. It is called Larimar. What is Larimar? Where does it come from? Why is it such an important stone in someone's life? I'm wearing mine today. And Larimar is such an amazing, powerful stone that is only available and in the mines of the Dominican Republic. Yes. So we're headed to DR, everyone. Come on over. We're going to show you the mine, how they're polished, the finished product, and how beautiful this piece looks on you and the energy that it brings. Just like salt is an energy cleanser as well, so is Larimar. Larimar balances you out so that you become a great communicator, which is why it's my favorite. So hopefully you love Larimar and are so entertained by all the way they make these different salts all over the world that you're gonna love this show. So thank you, Naturalistas, and we will see you next time. Let's get into the salty story. Yes, it's all about the salt. So let's continue to talk about salt. So basically there are these artisans that work through a very old process or ancient process to create this special salt that they call the dinosaur egg. This salt is very expensive. We are talking about $100 a kilo. For salt, that is pricey, isn't it? But it has this wonderful sense of these artisans putting all this work to create this salt because it's an art to them. It's an ancient art. And we're going to go through the full process from how they get the salt, what process it goes through, the ovens that are used, the constant babysitting of the salt until it becomes this dinosaur egg, and how they hand just select each one before they ship it to you. So that's pretty exciting. Yes, we have other sea salts that are exciting. We have the regular sea salt from the US, which is pretty good. Then we have the Dead sea salts. But we also have another sea salt that is made from reeds. Yes, reeds. In Kenya, they collect these reeds, and you're going to see the full process of creating these small little packets of salt. This salt is put through a process that makes it so unique that actually has very, very intensive health benefits. So make sure that you're watching for that. Salt, worth its weight in gold. Most rare and expensive salts of the world. Asin Tibok is a salt from Albuquerque, Bohol, Philippines, and it's on the brink of extinction. Can you believe that? It is made using a labor-intensive pre-Hispanic method of production that coincided with the rice harvest. Traditionally, once the salt pots were made, salt makers would barter them for kilos. The process starts with hundreds of coconut husks soaked for 3 months in the saltwater pools by the mangrove. These husks are then harvested, sliced lengthwise into small pieces, sun-dried for a day or two, and then burnt in a highly controlled manner by regularly pouring seawater into the burning heap for 3 days, leaving highly concentrated salty ashes. The ashes are placed in large filters. Seawater is poured through the ashes, leaching the salt to make a very highly concentrated brine. Specially made clay pots are placed over a wood fire.
The concentrated brine is poured continuously for 8 hours into the bubbling pots, leaving salt sediments. As the boiling brine evaporates, the salt maker keeps a close eye on the evaporation, as the pots will crack if not filled. The result is smoky and very, very different. It becomes an orb, and that is why it's called the dinosaur egg. The acintibok may be cracked or grated. Traditionally, pieces were dipped into a soup or rice or porridge and rinsed before storing. It is definitely a different salt and very rare, also very expensive. Acintibok represents the essence of centuries old salt making traditions passed down through generations. The name Acintibok reflects the rich Filipino heritage associated with salt production. It serves as a symbol of a culinary heritage in the Philippines that is at risk of fading away if we really don't rally behind this industry. The Philippines harbors numerous other undiscovered treasures. Culinary legacies such as these require the support and recognition they truly deserve, not only to bolster local endeavors, but also to enable them to flourish. Creating this dinosaur egg salt is very intensive. Imagine how much energy is put forth into creating these very, very unique salts. He is there hand detailing every piece before it is packaged and sent to its beautiful new home. It's a labor of love, of tradition that lives heavily in the Filipino culture through these salt. The very unique taste of the salt not only represents the Filipino culture, but it also is very spicy, nutty, and has that coconut aftertaste. So your food will not taste the same. Asin sa buyo. Buyo is the name for a cylinder container made of woven nipa used to pack salt produced in Botolan, Zambales. The leaves are cut off from the palm and sewn together to form a wide sheet and formed into a cylindrical shape. First, sand is collected into a large mound. Seawater is poured on the sand to saturate it with the salt and dried the whole day. The sand is dumped into a large wooden funnel, and seawater is poured once more, and its bottom is a large cooking vat or kawa. The strained water is boiled continuously, and the funnel is topped with more seawater. Sea salt is formed in the vat, collected and dried. Finally, the salt is tightly packed in a buyo container. Even the time this farm has been traditionally for a very long time creating all these and different these artisans for the salt have been traditionally doing this, passed on from generation to generation. And it's a very long process. And everyone in the family is involved in creating. And it's such a beautiful thing to see, and it is something that is dying in our current world. So keep that in mind when buying things, Look at all the energy. Again, everything is energy. Look at all the energy that goes into putting this salt together and going through this very long process to create something so unique and traditionally done in the Filipino culture that it really makes you think. Now, my question is, where is everything I buy coming from? How much energy was put to create it? This is something To learn more about the Sambali Beach Farm, go check them out on Facebook. Sambali Beach Farms. Let's head over to Kenya. Kenya. This salt is produced in Kenya from river reeds that grow along the Nzoia River. It is thought that the origins of this practice date back to the 17th century, when the Bukusu people migrated from the area of the Congo River. It's traditionally made in a village called Nabuyole. In order to produce this salt, reeds are collected along the river, dried, and then burnt to first obtain an ash. The collected ash is then placed in a vessel with drainage. Water is slowly passed over and collected in a vessel underneath. The solution is filtered and then boiled to obtain the salt crystals, which are traditionally packaged in banana leaves.
Yes. So we're headed to DR, everyone. Come on over. We're going to show you the mine, how they're polished, the finished product, and how beautiful this piece looks on you and the energy that it brings. See the vibrant culture, the people, and everything that makes DR so special. But this stone is one that only is available there. The cave is in a town called Barahona. Barahona is the only place where they have such a huge cave. But the work that has to be put in to mine this stone is so much. Mine work is rough, but this is a little rougher because you're going down, all the way down into this mine, and you're going to see how.
Bienvenidos a la República Dominicana. Beautiful place, eclectic people, amazing culture, great food, and very, very unique stones. One is amber, the other one is a Larimar. We're going to focus on Larimar today. So let's take you through a tour of the process of getting Larimar out of the cave to those people who want to purchase Larimar. It is so unique. It is beautiful. The bluer it is, the more expensive it's going to be. That's just the way it is. So let's go. You ready? About the geology of Larimar. It's a pectolite. It is a largely composed of pectolite and acid silicate hydrate of calcium and sodium. It's found in many locations, but Larimar has a unique volcanic blue coloration, which is a result of copper substitution for calcium. This is my personal collection. From the sun to the moon, to the stars, to lightning, everything. Love it. hope that you enjoyed the journey through the Dominican Republic, the cave in Barahona and Larimar, and seeing all these artisans and all of these people work to create masterpieces for us in the States to appreciate, or anyone around the world for that matter. So, signing off from the Dominican Republic, we would want to have you come visit. It is a beautiful place, but above all, has beautiful stones. So, we'll see you next time, Naturalistas.
The art of making salts and the art of creating hand-carved artisan pieces is dying. And we need to support these artisans. And we're going to show you how you can do that and buy directly from them and buy Larimar directly from the artisans as well. Welcome to Naturalista. I'm here with Chef Craig, and we're in his wonderful kitchen.
Hey, how's everybody?
Everybody must be excited to hear what you have to say.
Well, look forward to coming episodes where we're going to look at food and beauty. And we're going to look at some of what's going on here, and we're going to look at some healthy cooking and some things that can be done at home that you can make with things maybe just around your house, or just gathering a couple of items to bring that beauty forward and bring health inside.
Ooh, so beauty, that the food is going to benefit you from within, and it's going to be made into a beautiful product for your outside beauty. So thank you, Chef, for having us today in your wonderful kitchen and inviting us over.
Pleasure.
And stay tuned for that episode.
Yeah,
It'll be coming soon.
All right.
Bye,
Bye.
Naturalistas.
Of these 1 ounce containers, which is like perfect. So then what we want to do is actually mix our coconut oil and go and melt it down. And this one is already melted because we work in advance.
We do. So we're going to do about the same amount
Of each ingredient.
ingredient so it balances out.
Yeah.
So we're going to go and shake this up a bit.
Yeah, mix it up. And then the next ingredient that we're going to use is the jojoba oil, and we're going to add a few pumps of this, not too much because I feel like the coconut oil is already like
Yes.
strong.
It's all customized, so whatever you feel comfortable using. If you want more jojoba than coconut, then substitute it.
Yeah, so we're gonna put like about 4 pumps of jojoba oil.
It works perfectly.
We're gonna do a bit more, and then we're gonna mix a bit more just to see how the consistency is. And if we need more, we're just gonna.
Wow, this is looking really good. Maybe a little, one more pump. Okay, so just so you guys can see, we're mixing it together. This is pretty simple for those of us that are always in the kitchen. This is not a complicated process.
And then we're also gonna add some vitamin E oil. We're just gonna add a full, like maybe like this. Probably full.
Yeah, just like that.
Just like this. And we're also gonna add this one in.
Okay, drop it in.
There's never enough for skincare.
No, and vitamin E is amazing and great, especially for your lips. You know, your lips are one of the most delicate skins in your body. And when they're chapped because of weather or because, you know, you're just using the wrong lip care, this is important because it will remove all of the, and exfoliate all of the skin that is dry. Okay, what else do we have?
So now what we do is we actually take our peppermint oil and we add it in.
And that's customizable too. Peppermint oil is pretty strong, so make sure that you check and see what you're comfortable with. Okay. That's good. Perfect. Uh-oh, here we go. It's happening.
And then if you have some candy canes or like kind of
So we're going to put a little bit of it in here. I think I got enough to build up. Just to give it that festive look. Very, very easy. Oh, that's perfect.
that looks really good.
That looks
Smells
good enough to
good.
eat.
Yeah.
Mm.
It smells
This is
like
a good
candy
one.
cane.
Yeah, it smells like peppermint candy cane.
Yeah.
And here is the beautiful little container. These are 1 ounce containers, and they are amazing for you to reuse.
Yes. So you just want. And then what's fun about these lip scrub is that if you add candy cane, it turns pink. So like you don't need food coloring.
Isn't this amazing? I love it. And this is what we do in beauty from scratch and makeup from scratch. We just kind of put all these ingredients that are in your kitchen together and make a beauty product. Isn't that great? And the best part is that it's natural. It doesn't have any chemicals and it's not going to affect you in any way. Look how gorgeous this is. Be also a great homemade gift for someone if you know. This is the Naturalistas have put together a wonderful lip scrub, and please tell us how you like the recipe and how you enjoy the product. We're at Natural Care 7 on TikTok and also on Instagram. We are the Naturalistas. So excited to share these with you. Hopefully you can put these to use at home with your family and make these together. How about a lip scrub party at home with all the people who are visiting for the holidays? So just remember, stay in the present moment. The present moment is important. We don't want to go too far in the future or back in the past. We want to stay in the present moment. Do our breathing exercises that we learned last week, the box breathing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And remember, the holidays are for enjoying the present moment. Yes, we could go back and we have some great memories that we've had with others, but remember, the present moment is what counts. So thank you for watching Naturalista. We did a good job today. Thank you for being here. And our staff that's helping us here at the wonderful kitchen we have today. So thank you to Chef Craig. And we will see you next time. Bye.